the women's doubles. An Indonesian team of Fitriani and Susanto take on Pearly Tan and Thinaah Mururitharan of Malaysia as the 8th seeds. Will the seeds be dictatorial as they have been so far on our opening day of coverage? This is how the land lies. We're turning our attention to the top of the bottom half of the draw here. And you can see that Matsuyama and Shida lie menacingly down below. Now that's how the land lies, and Polian Rahayu, of course, the Olympic champions, right at the foot of the draw. The 7th seeds as well, intact, all Japanese. Matsumoto and Sakuramoto, relatively fresh pairing, those two. They'll take on Supajurukun and Taratana Chai up above, so it's a loaded section, this bottom half. And, well, can the scratch pairing from Indonesia really get their teeth into a pair that are fast rising up the rankings, playing off a ranking of 18th in the world? Pearly Tan and Thinaah Mururitharan, 21-year-old and 23-year-old Malaysians, have been really competitive over the last year or so, playing some spellbinding badminton. And they are the 8th seeds in this event. Well, as regards the scratch pairing, Fitriani and Yulia Josephine Susanto, they've not played before. And they had the advantage of a walkover to get here to the round of 16. A win over fellow Indonesians, Ghanaian Miantoro, in the round prior. Fitriani, of course, we're familiar with her because she's a world number 41 in women's singles. Got to the top 20 for a week in October 2017 in that discipline. But now turning her attention to women's doubles, the young 22-year-old, 5'1" from Garut. Her partner, Yulia Josephine Susanto, well, she's been a top 50 women's singles player, but at the moment the singles ranking languishing down at 115 in the world, and she has been inside the top 500 in women's doubles as Susanto with, yes, Jess Mulati. Our players and court officials just making their way at the right time onto show court 1. There's a lot unfolding on adjacent courts. We've got Angerson Karlong taking on Koki Watanabe out on 3. They're 4 minutes into their match there. And Gideon Sukamuljo, fellow Indonesians, are out on court 2. They've taken the opening game against the Frenchmen Courbet and Labar, 21-13. So that'll delight Indonesian fans. So our athletes are called to the court. (22-year-old, 28-year-old, respectively. And here come the Malaysians, led out by Pearly Tan, who, towards the back end of that Sudirman Cup antics with all the matches that they played, had an ailing shoulder. She's fine now. She's done a lot of physio work and a lot of band work to keep that joint intact and re-strengthen. And here's our umpire for this one, and service judge as well. First meeting between these two pairs, featuring the scratch pairing of Fitriani and Susanto, have been well, a lot of pressure on the Malaysians, really. in the regard that the expectancy is on their shoulders to come through this one, ranking-wise. They're the out-and-out favourites, there's no doubting that. Top 20 pairing against a scratch pairing. First look at Yulia Josephine Susanto of Indonesia, 6 years older than her playing partner. But it's never always an easy dynamic, isn't it? Especially when you're playing home players who are just that little bit relaxed. It's the first time these two have paired up together. Fitriani, 22 years of age, from Garut, as we said. Just 5'1" tall, or 1.55 m. She went down to Clara Azamendi, who today lost to PV Sindhu in the singles. That was a brief affair out on court 2 yesterday. Yulia Josephine Susanto, 6 years older at 28 years of age. Big moment for these two, big opportunity, having had that walkover in the opening round against fellow Indonesians, Gani and Miantoro. I bet they could have done with a warm-up match as well. Pearly Tan, just 21 years of age. Off that career high ranking with her partner from Kedah in Malaysia. Posted some good results, these two. Thinaah Muralitharan, just a couple of years older, from Selangor in Malaysia. Quarterfinals of the Yonex All England Open earlier this year. They won the Swiss Open, of course. That was a real coup for them. And they were announcing how much they'd improved earlier in the year when they contested the Toyota and Yonex Thailand Opens and made quarterfinals of both events. So much improved. Also wins in 2019 in the Bangladesh International Challenge event and the India International Challenge as well. So very much a team on the up. As we take a look at our umpire and service judge. So during the Sudirman Cup, Tan and Thinaah Muralitharan lost out to Matsuyama and Shida in Group D. Straight game affair, 50 minutes. They also took the Olympic champions very close, hour and a half. They lost out 21-18 in the deciding match there, so they are knocking on the door of really good things, the Malaysians. Can they contain these two young home players?
And on my left, Pearly Tan and Thinaah Muralitharan, Malaysia. Thinaah Muralitharan to serve to Josephine Susanto. Love all. Play.
We mentioned the fact that the two Malaysians had lost out to Matsuyama and Shida during the Sudirman Cup. They could get another opportunity to play them should the Japanese win later today. They take on a Korean pairing of Baek and Lee in their match. So it could be an opportunity to avenge that defeat just weeks ago for the Malaysians, should they come through this one. A little bit of a miscue there from Thinaah.
Service over. 1, 2.
Indonesians smiling early in this one, contesting well in the opening few rallies here. Long rally, that one, 24 shots.
Service over. 3, 2.
I was speaking to Chloe Birch, part of the 6-seeded duo with Lauren Smith in women's doubles yesterday, and she was saying it is playing pretty slowly. We're going to have a lot of long rallies in the women's doubles, that's for sure. Tough to kill the shuttle, I'm told. It does look that way.
3, all.
Yeah, there's just a few unforced errors creeping into the net game of Thinaah early here. She'll need to tidy up. Bossy badminton from these two.
4, 3.
Good win over Vivian Hu and Lim Chiu Hsien, their compatriots. 21-15, 22-20, 46-minute affair yesterday for the 8 seeds. Never easy playing your home players. Well done.
5, 3.
That's beautiful, isn't it, from Pearly Tan? High skill level there.
3.
Yeah, they really showed their pedigree to the team in blue when they took on Pauline Rahayu and made them fight every inch of the way.
6.
Fended off 7 match points. The Malaysians refused to let go of the match.
Service over. 7.
But they've got the upper hand here now and are starting to settle. Looking a little bit more fluid.
Service over. 5, 7.
They've contested 21 matches this year, won 12, lost 9. As I say, already titleists at the Swiss Open. Oh, that's a keen return of serve.
Service over. 8, 5.
Super point, really well blended by the home team.
6, 8.
Oh, what a rally. Certainly the longest of the match so far.
Service over. 9-6.
There's a lot of deception within it as well, wasn't it? Particularly from Fitriani, the highest ranked singles player. A rally of 69 shots. Fitriani, the winner of the Thailand Masters in 2019, Super 300 level event. She downed Busanan Ombang-Rumfan to get to the title back then. 12 and 14, fairly emphatic. Good player within her own right. In singles, good to see her mixing it up. For the Malaysians it is, with a 5-point cushion as they head to the mid-game interval after 7 minutes of action. They're 11-6 to the good.
Tembak tangan mereka tuh masih bingung gitu loh siapa yang mukul kan. Jadi kalau lu pas tangan turunin tembak tangan aja. Terus yang kedua jadi dia itu sama-sama kenceng kalau pas di posisi pelan, tapi waktu lu pas masuk gitu kan rata-rata itu ngedok gitu. Kalau yang ini pas gak kencang
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, these two will be feeling just that little bit more comfortable now. They've got a little bit of leeway on the scoreboard. There's a nervy start.
11, 6, 18, play.
Oh, nicely done. From the multilingual Thinaah Muralitharan, who's keenly vocal on court most of the time. A really passionate player who wears her heart on her sleeve, there's no doubting that. And these two have formed a really solid partnership. Well, you see it sometimes, don't you? Particularly in sort of scratch pairings, a little bit of hesitancy between the two Indonesians. It's going to happen, isn't it, in terms of rotating around each other, and a lot of yours moments. Radar off on that one.
15, 6,
8 points in a row as the seeds from Malaysia starting to turn the screw a little here.
17, 6.
They're bearing the fruits of the Malaysians of having gone through the ringer, because during the Sudirman Cup it was such a physical, grueling contest. They lost several matches which were sort of 3 gamers, and just sort of spilling down the wrong side of those matches, and there was a sort of certain sympathy for them in that regard, and particularly when Pearly Tan then hurt her shoulder. But now they're sort of reaping the fruits of all of that hard work and highly competitive matches that they've contested. They're battle hardened and now showing their skills beautifully out here. Yeah, good power from Thinaah.
Service over. 18, 7, change.
.30-shot rally going the way of the Malaysians.
20, game point 7. Service over. 8.
Well, I guess you could
20.
argue trying to get to more expansive parts of their game in preparation for sterner tests that lie in wait.
Out. Game.
There we are then. Fitriani slapping her forehead in annoyance and irritation. It's a lopsided opener and a 12-minute game. 21-8 favouring Pearly Tan and Thinaah Muralithran.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Well, the established seeded pairing from Malaysia proving a real handful for the scratch pairing from Indonesia, as we anticipated. Start of game 2 then.
Second game. Love all. Play.
Just got that little bit more sting in attack, haven't they? And a little bit more assurance all round in every area of the court.
Service over.
But it's easy to overpress, as we saw there. Well, with all of the long matches that they've played over the last couple of months, this could be a welcome opportunity to conserve energy for Thinaah and Tan.
3, 1.
Good straight smash. Plenty of heat on that one. Now they left away just a little shallow and it got the treatment. Oh yes, very, very bossy from the Malaysians now, who have got all the answers. The scoreboard starting to reel away. They had a run of 9 consecutive points in that opening game. Oh, that's deceptive brilliance from Fitriani.
Service over. 2, 5.
Watch this. Had plenty of time to play with, but that was gorgeous, wasn't it? Really nicely done. So tight. Yeah, bossy with the flat hard drives as well.
Service over. 6, 2.
India.
Service over. 5 all. Service over. 3, 6.
And now, please welcome Cesar Vito, Indonesia.
Service over.
Well, the Indonesian team would be keen to replicate what Gideon and Sukamuljo have just done. Come through out on court too emphatically. 13 and 19, just inside half an hour. Very businesslike against the French team of Corvée and Labarre.
This is Goodlow Philipson.
But they're a tough act to follow, those two. Very high class, the world number ones.
Service over. 4, 7. Service over. 6 all.
Oh, lovely mix from Pearly Tan.
Service over.
Changing it up beautifully.
4.
Just that little bit more spike on the final shot of the rally to get it done. A little hop and a skip and a jump.
Service over. 7, 6.
Yeah, well played from Susanto.
Service over. 5, 8.
Oh yes, decisive finish from Thinaah.
Service over. 9, 5. 8, 6.
Clever return of serve from Fitriani.
6, 9.
A couple of encouraging signs for the home team.
Service over. 7, 8. Service over. 10, 6. Interval.
And again, it's Tan and Thinaah who are driving this match along emphatically now. 11-6 to the mid-game interval after 20 minutes. They are completely orchestrating affairs out here on one.
8 all. Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds. Service over. 9, 8.
Well, the two Malaysians demonstrating their front-running skills right now.
11, 6. Play. Service over. 7.
Good turnaround from
11.
the Indonesian team after that 21-shot rally, coming out on top. That'll encourage them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
beautiful. Really quick from Fitriani there to turn that point around. And that seems to be the key message in women's doubles at the moment, doesn't it? That ability to turn defense into attack, something that the Japanese, who are so strong in this event, do on a regular basis. And you have to credit the Indonesians already. They've bettered their score in the opening game. That's encouraging for them. Building nicely, but still up against it on the scoreboard. Well, you can tell that Pearly Tan's done plenty of band work on that shoulder rehab to get it back and intact. She's loaded with power up there and just spilling over the back line on that occasion. It's always a nice reassuring problem to have when you've got too much power. You can always rein it in. The problem is when you've not got enough. Oh, brilliant. Great interception at the net from Pearly Tan there.
30-10.
33-shot rally.
Service over. 11-14.
So service error from Thinaah, momentarily handing back the momentum to the Indonesians. Well, they've got to guard against complacency, haven't they? That's for sure. It's so easy just to switch off and then suddenly the lead depletes and things can turn around in a heartbeat. Got to be so disciplined. We saw good front running skills in the opening game from the team in blue, but they've got to sustain those levels of concentration. And that was gorgeous from Pearly Tan. Very deceptive.
Service over. 15-12.
Well, you're going to be in the company of Jill Clark and Morten Frost after this match. They're going to take you through the last 5 matches of the day. Plenty of terrific badminton to unfold. So on our generous order of play on Show Court 1, you've been in the company of Paul Hand, and shortly I will leave this station and Morten will come into my seat, and they'll be taking you through alongside Jill the rest of today's order of play on Court 1. 25-shot rally, that one. This time won by Susanto. Nibbling away at the deficit nicely then, the two Indonesians. It's encouraging. Have they got enough to steal a game?
Susanto. Play. Service over. 16-13.
Oh yes, got up there so keenly, didn't she?
20, 30, 12.
Five-point cushion should be enough to get across the line for Thinaah and Tan, given what we've seen so far.
19, 30, 12. Service over. 14, 19. Service over. 20, match point. 14.
6 match points for Thinaah and Tan. A bossy finish from Pearly Tan, just what we like to see. No signs of those shoulder problems from the past. She's come back looking very, very strong. So Pearly Tan and Thinaah Mururitharan from Malaysia, the 8 seeds. Solid showing from them today, coming through 21-8, 21-14 in just inside half an hour. No real high drama in that one. A very authentic display from the 8 seeds who will motor on through. So I'm going to hand over very shortly to Jill Clark and Morton Frost. Thanks for your company as Thinaah and Pearly Tan head on through to the quarterfinals of the women's doubles draw. Confirmation of the score, 8-14, just 28 minutes required for the Malaysians.
So welcome back to Bali. 3 matches completed so far, and up next we've got men's doubles followed by men's singles. In fact, we've got men's singles and men's doubles all the way through to the finish of play today. And look at the lineup. We've got Cho Chien Chen, former world number 2 and beaten